Hello, welcome to another video. This is going to be a painting process video, so not many speaking clips, more voiceover type beat. But anyways, I'm starting a new series. This is the first series I've started maybe since college, maybe since I was doing my senior show, I guess. Yeah, so I'm super excited to be starting the series. It's nothing deep. I'm literally just painting like birthday things, birthday party scenes, because I have a lot of pictures from my childhood of like our birthdays, and they're just like really interesting photos, like compositionally wise. I just really like how the photos look, and I want to turn them into paintings. So this one was one that I feel like I hadn't seen all of the other times that I was like going through the photo box that I have. I follow this one artist, and I'll like put their handle and name on the screen because I can't think of it right now. But I follow them. I think their name's Aaliyah. But I followed them for a while, and they just do a lot of like hair paintings, especially like black hair paintings. And when I'm painting, I paint mostly like black people, and whenever I get to the hair, I kind of just like brush it. It's all pretty simple. I don't like put a lot of detail into it, mainly because like you can't really see it on the photos. But yeah, anyways, I don't put a lot of work into painting hair, and I feel like I want to get better at that because I put a lot of work into doing my actual hair. So let's translate that in the paintings. Anyways, and so I decided to choose this one because 3 of the figures, like the back was to, the viewer, so you could see their hair, and I just thought it would look cool as like a painting. That's why this image was chosen. I decided to paint this one first out of all of the next 3 that I have planned because this one seemed like it would be the most difficult, because this is the most figures I've ever painted in one painting, and then this is the most hair, like detail work I've ever painted. So now we're getting into painting the hair, and I started off going left to right because the hair was what I was most intimidated and scared to paint. So I started with the hardest to like work more towards the faces, which were kind of already laid out in a way that I knew I'd be able to, just fix those up really quickly. Like I set myself up to succeed with the faces. The hair is really what I needed to focus on. And so I started with that, with like the detailing. And I have like never painted braids. I have drawn like twists before in a previous drawing, but even that was like years ago. So I literally had no clue what I was doing. I started off with like, just putting some highlights in and then going back in like darker and then just doing and like blending that and then just doing that until it looked like something. Around like the third or fourth braid, I like got into a groove and started kind of seeing the pattern of like how to make the braid look like a braid. I should have practiced, like done a little practice sketch painting, but I didn't do that because I'm not a fan of sketching. So, I just prefer to rough it out on the final product and then just make it look nice towards the end. And I think it worked all right. I mean, it's definitely, I don't think the end product of my braids are like amazing, but I don't think that would have happened even if I would have practiced. Like, this just needed to happen. It just needed to be like kind of rough on this painting, and then from here on, the more I try to paint braids and stuff, the better it'll get. And then maybe eventually I'll come back and like fix what I don't like about the braids on this one. But also, I'm not like, I don't hate the end product, I think it's good for my first attempt. I realized I had made a mistake on like the third figure, like the middle figure, third figure from the left or whatever. I like the part of the end of the head was supposed to be a shadow, but I drew it as like still part of the head, and so it was just like really kind of not proportionate and just like I couldn't figure out how many braids and like what went where, and because I had like drawn part of the shadow as the head, and so I had to go back. That's why like I had to go back and like fix it, and that's why like there's a big gray spot there, but that gets fixed. But yeah, I fixed a mistake that I made, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about what's happening now. We'll roll the music again. I wanted this painting to have the border look like it had icing on it. And so I started off by using oil paint because I knew that would give me a good like consistency, but it was so hard to like work through like the makeshift piping pad that I used. So then I had to scrap that idea and go to acrylic paint, which I knew would kind of have like a softer consistency, but like I thought it'd be fine. And so I switched to acrylic paint, and that was coming out like much easier. It only took me like, I don't know, maybe a minute to do the border, whereas the oil paint was taking a lot longer. But that kind of just like flattened, like the shape didn't hold. And so I had to buy like caulk and like a caulking gun, and that ended up working. I don't know why I didn't think of that to begin with. I think I was just trying to like use what I had originally. But yeah, the caulk ended up working, and it didn't take long. It like, came out, and I just put like the piping tip on like the end of it, and yeah. Here is the painting finished. It's so massive. I'm excited to do the rest of the series. Yeah, I'm really proud of how this turned out. It took like 2 weeks. That's all I have to say about it. I really like how it turned out. If you also like it, like this video, subscribe to my channel, go follow my Instagram, where I'll post like, pictures of the final product. Yeah. I'll see you soon.